Game 24 from day one here in Edmonton. It is the decider of Pool A. It is the Blitzbox, the top seeds against the host nation, Canada. Here's the head-to-head between these two. It has been dominated by South Africa over the years. These two are 7's originals. They last met the Vancouver 2020, the bronze medal match, which Canada actually won, although overall they played 54 times and South Africa 48-6 on that ledger. Got to say, favourites coming in, Rob Vickerman.
Oh, absolutely. Again, setting standards, South Africa right across the board. They've got it all as a 7's team. The first full-time professional team many moons ago, and they've just kicked on and on.
And here they come. Phil Burner leads out Canada onto the Commonwealth Stadium. Sivue Soyuzwapi, the Blitzbox captain. I was trying to find my note when they first met these two, and it was so long ago, that's why I couldn't find it. 1999 in Stellenbosch, Cup quarterfinals, 17-7. South Africa won that day. But these two nations have been going head-to-head on this series since it began.
And they'll be thinking about their last time they played that bronze medal match, and what an environment that was in BC Place. The one thing we have seen from this team so far is they respond to this crowd.
Adam Leal is your referee for this one. The final game on day one here. Crowd have absolutely loved it. The first time the Edmonton locals, the Albertans, have had a chance to watch Elite 7's. A Pool A decider to round out day one here at the HSBC Canada 7's in Edmonton. South Africa running left to right in green, Canada in their home kit, all red, and here they come with their first possession. Nick Allen with a good carry there. There is Josiah Morra in the 10th shirt, offloads to Matt Facilier. Morra goes into play scrum half. They got an early penalty, the host nation, and they'll go quickly. Jake Teal inside to Morra.
Well, South Africa not too concerned with giving penalties away. They get their defensive line set very quickly. Expect to see that to happen quite a bit. They rather chance it and risk that turnover to steal opportunity and put pressure on the defence.
Passes in front of Jake Teal and Zane Davids. But the ball doesn't bounce kindly for him either. It's gone off the foot of Nick Allen. And Canada have somehow got out of jail here. Red alert for Canada, and now it's a penalty to the Blitzbox. They go quickly. Muller du Plessis just slips and dives under the posts. Phil Burner tried to make the tackle, but du Plessis gets the score.
And this is the pressure game that South Africa love to play. Because you're deep in your territory, these errors can be quite formidable for the scoreline, as well as Davids trying to get that ball back, went for a spectacular flick up but can't. And as well as Allen does, is the support play alongside him that the penalty is for. You can see Burner loses his feet. It's not a competition. Du Plessis not hanging about. There he goes. That's where territory can be suffering when you play South Africa.
Some athleticism now to slip on the surface and then have the wherewithal to reach out under the posts. Ronald Brown with the extra two.
This guy's just a try scorer. No matter where it's from, it could be 100 metres, could be one. He's deadly with ball in hand.
South Africa 38 tries at Vancouver last week. It's an all-time record for the Canada 7's. Penalty to Canada. Here's T. He'll tap and go. Here's Nick Allen. He's a third-year law student, taking a year off to play rugby 7s for Canada. Josiah Morra. Burner. Pass has gone to nobody from Matt Facilier, and flung back inside, and they got themselves offside, Canada.
Yeah, You're in front of the player that plays the ball, penalty goes against you. In this vast spectrum of rugby penalties, that's another one. And South Africa looking to their set piece. They love this. Two playmakers, Grobbelaar taps it, he'll find his way back out west, and there's some big line runners through the middle.
Selvin Davids is out there in that playmaking position in the midfield as JC Pretorius takes it forward to Plessis. Here is Davids at the Tokyo Olympics, Miss Vancouver last week, only arrived in Edmonton a couple of days ago. Grobbelaar with the offload to Ronald Brown. Du Plessis at pace, just tries to check inside one tackler, brought to ground. Zane Davids. Zane Davids step and through. The big fella's over. The immovable object that is Zane Davids powers over for South Africa.
Well, he's twice the width of some of his contemporaries. Zane Davids loves to go straight, barrels forward, nice step from the big man, and has the power to kick through the burner. Effort round his ankles, nearly squashed the ball as well. He is sizable on the 7's field.
Yeah, that is powerful. Zane Davids, yep. Enjoyed that one. Just 24 years of age. He's played over 109 games on the 7's World Series, though. Scored. That's ahead of these 2 weeks happening after the restart. Born and raised in Cape Town. Issuing back play for Phil Burner, is it? The Canadian captain trying to make that tackle on Davids. Might have copped a stray boot.
Come on.
So his ankles are as big as most people's thighs, St. David's.
Ronald Brown has politely waited for Burner to be taken to the sideline by the trainer. And South Africa 14-0 after 4 minutes.
So what are the tactics South Africa played around with a little bit? Is this flat kick across the way to JC Pretorius to bat it on the inside. They've got their deep territorial kick as per. I wonder what their variant will be here.
Well, they decide to do that high, longish kick, which has caused problems for teams all day. Teal couldn't handle it. And the end product is they've got the ball back. Selvin Davids chips through. Brennig, Prevost can't do anything about it. That is all class from Selvin Davids.
The blessed South African team been able to bring in the likes of Selvin Davids. He gets the ball midfield, puts it on the foot, and then he goes 2.5 speed. Absolutely electric. I reckon you could power Holmes if you put a dynamo on his knees. He is so fast.
Yeah, another Olympian in this Blitzbox team, as you say. So much depth, so much talent, so much playmaking ability. Jamal Thurman dropped a knock earlier in the day. Three converted tries, 21-0. South Africa lead Canada. Home crowd are getting used to the quality of South Africa here in Edmonton. Really good work from Joe Morra to bring that down for Canada. He has been such a standout for them. Here's Nick Allen again. Tries to burst through the tackle of St. Davids and then look for the offload. Couldn't get it away. They still have the ball. Angling run. Inside ball to Prevost. Didn't see it coming. It was flicked indoors from Kieran Breen.
The strength of this Canadian team has come from the likes of Brenning Prevost, getting hold of the ball and being comfortable on it, moving teams around. And what happens when you play South Africa? You suddenly run out of space. You run out of air. They're that good at suffocating you. If you go lateral, you're going to cop a shot. You go through the middle of them. They're not big men, but they've got some power like a heavyweight.
My apologies to Kieran Breen. It was Alex Russell.
Set.
Tried to offload the ball in the double tackle. Ball comes out the left, and Ronald Brown's alert to it. And Selvin Davids around the outside. Prevost, good tackle, puts him over the sideline.
Well, he does right to go for his shorts because you can't see his legs, they go that fast. Doesn't need the ball in his left hand. Thinks he's there. Prevost. Well managed.
Line-out win for Canada, down 21-0. Almost seconds out in this first half. Morra, that's a lovely little offload, and the shift along from Prevost. And the fans here at Commonwealth Stadium are absolutely filthy about that call. We will go to drinks with South Africa. 3 maximum scores ahead. They lead Canada 21 points to 0.
It pays to keep an open mind, a philosophy we bring with us wherever we go. And Canada is no exception. Being different is embraced here. Thinking different is rewarded here. And respecting different is valued here. It's why short-term favorites and long-term trainers.
So inside the inner sanctum of the Blitz box, we can't get quite as up close and personal as we're used to on the 7's World Series. We're usually sticking the microphones in there and hearing what they're saying. But Rob Vickerman, why don't you speculate what's being discussed here in the huddle after their heavy breathing?
Well, the South Africans take 45 seconds just to do a bit of meditation and mindful breathing, which is great. But they'll be focusing on what went well for them. And if you think about the last action, it will be this. You know, they showed a little bit of exposure. The South Africans, Siaswapi tried to come in to shut the space down, and that was a chance for Canada, which would have really got the crowd going. But South Africans, at times in these two tournaments, have played at a canter, and they look so comfortable with systems and processes that they always talk about, but they're so hard to stop because they're equally as good with ball and without.
South Africa leading Canada 21-0 in the final game from day one here. Joe Morra and the Canadians have run into the top seeds here in their final pool match. This will decide Pool A and top seed tomorrow in the Cup quarterfinals, which will kick off around 9:20 tomorrow morning. It's
time on, please.
It's about 6:45 local time here in the evening in Edmonton. Prevost restarts play, goes over the head of Selwyn Davids. They're not taking care of that one as well as they might, but they've come up with possession. South Africa, Ronald Brown holds the ball in 2 hands. The defence just doesn't know what he's up to. JC Pretorius and Muller du Plessis, they know what he's up to. He's running quickly, and he's got another try. He really has the bit between his teeth this weekend, and that is his 5th in Edmonton.
And it's right across the park. Brown starts in the middle. He's got Davids out on the right as a threat, throws it to his left, and then JC Pretorius running through people for fun, offload round the back. It's one of those teams, when you look at it, when they're playing like this, it's really difficult to think of a way to beat them. Because you'd say, looking at it, you could outmuscle them. But it's like trying to fight 10 men.
And then Ronald Brown steps up and knocks over a conversion from wide out wide to make it 28-0 to South Africa. Their dominant display last week. Largest cup final winning margin at a 7 Series event in Canada. Equal 10th highest all time. They are hot favourites here again this weekend. Teal brings it down for Canada. 5.5 minutes to go in this second half. Reminder, both these teams safely through to the quarterfinals tomorrow. Zane Davids takes the penalty quickly. Selwyn Davids out to Siaswapi. He just puts the hammer down, reaches out. The defence was there for Canada, but Siaswapi, such intent, such determination.
Just hanging out wide on the left. The initial step to get him through Isherwood. Rides the hit, from Russell as well. And then, as you can in rugby, allowed to reach out from that tackle position, which he does to finish off, get the 5. I think the Canadian team are giving South Africa just too much time. If you let them pull their strings, you're going to get absolutely walloped.
Brown again. Oh, sexy uprights. Got it on a string as Ronald Brown. Hand over to Selvin Davids to get us restarted. Here's left foot high kick. That's been dropped, and onto it is Oosthuizen. Matt Awaru couldn't handle the restart. There's Oosthuizen at scrum half. Adonis. Brown. He's got Davids to his left, but he cuts him out over the top to Muller du Plessis. He's looking for number 6 in Edmonton. It is a super 6 and a hat-trick in this game for Muller du Plessis.
The flags continue to wave, the scores continue to flow. Brown again, hitch kick, fires out the 25-yarder, 12 on 12, and it ends with 5.
Well, young Thomas Isherwood, the Etokian, he got a hat-trick himself earlier today. The Bjorn Borg look-alike, but he couldn't do much about Muller du Plessis on the outside there. Ronald Brown through the posts. 42-0 now. South Africa over Canada. Slightly somber mood has descended across Commonwealth Stadium here in this one. The realisation that South Africa are a supreme 7's outfit. Owuru and Mora combined to bring it down for Canada. Owuru picks and goes. And they get the penalty. 42-0, 2:40 to go. Getting through one tackle is Nicholas Allen. He's shoved back eventually by Selvin Davids. There's Matt Pacillier helping out. Isherwood draws the man. Kieran Breen, chest pass. Quick hands might do it to Josiah Mora. He changes direction, does Mora. There's another pass, and Oosthuizen came looking. Ball carrier was falling as he hit him, but they might have another look at this.
Sorry, guys. That's not the view I had, but the AR's come in with a foul play call, so come on.
Well, interesting, Adam Earl saying it wasn't necessarily the same view he had, but let's see what they're saying.
Okay, mate, so we're looking at a tackle by 2 Green, yeah?
Yeah.
What have you got?
So it's a tackle. He's hit him with the shoulder. He's hit him very high, very dangerous.
Yeah.
However, there's a significant drop in height by the red player.
Okay, so we would be starting at the high end of the spectrum with red card, but the mitigation because he's falling brings it down to yellow card for
Correct.
number 2 Green.
Yes.
Okay, number 2.
So yellow card to Ryan Oosthuizen, well explained by the officials.
I'm not sure he agrees there, but understandable what we're saying. So it is head on shoulder, sorry, shoulder on head, but because of the significant drop, the wording in rugby law is the mitigation. That's why it started as a red, it got brought down to a yellow.
I think they adjudicated that very well indeed. Explained it well too. So 7 on 6. Can Canada give their crowd something to shout about here in the final game in Edmonton this evening? Offload out the pack from Nick Allen. Mora was the target, but it ended up landing in row A.
Okay, no quicks marked.
But it's a shame because Allen's got the right tactics and certainly got the right
Okay,
frame
time
to
off.
play.
He's been
against his
impressive,
blitz
Allen,
boxing.
hasn't he?
Really good, yeah.
Number 8.
The UBC Thunderbirds, that's the University of British Columbia. Sean Williams preparing to come on for the...
Just wait, please, guys.
He has been subbed.
Happy?
He will throw this line out.
Okay.
90 seconds to go. South Africa looking forward to their Cup quarter-final tomorrow morning against Hong Kong. It will be. Let's come straight out of the line-out and straight over the sideline. So we'll do it all over again. Yeah, they'll go quickly. Jake Teal doesn't like it. He said line-out was formed.
I agree.
Davids, Williams, Sean Williams. He's got Selvin Davids. You got Williams though going on a mazy run. South Africa, they want more here. 50 seconds to go. 42-0. They've got the foot on the throat and they want to add to their points difference, and they will.
Happy?
Oh, the ball running
Check it.
of Selwyn Davids, just tying them up in knots. They'll check it.
Try yes or no, please, man.
But that was another classy finish from Davids.
And the 6 men of South Africa running amok. It's sad to see for the local support, but this is just how good South Africa are. The angle he dives at was slightly questionable with his hand going down, which is why they're checking it. And fair play, the assistant referee is slightly blocked by the flag, but the ball's down before his hand is. But it's a split-second thing. You can see why they've checked it.
Davids, that's another fine finish from him. He only trained with the team for about half a day.
But this is it from Williams. Keep an eye on how many Canadian players are in his train. It's like a wake of rugby players going behind him, just all following him, trying to get somewhere near him. They can't. He's well taken up from Makata, and then when it comes back the other way, that is the crucial step that gives him the angle to fly to the corner.
What a lovely sight. Selwyn Davids flying into the corner here at the Commonwealth Stadium, and Sean Williams, who started it all, has nailed the conversion as well. Seeing Sean Williams cut across field there, reminiscent of Brayton Pulso, Cheslin Colby.
Maybe juries.
Maybe in juries. Deep kick.
Bounced in field,
Bounces in field. That'll be a line out to Canada. We're in the added time though, so that will be that for the end of this match. South Africa imperious once again. Fist bumps all around from head coach Neil Powell to his team. They are still unbeaten across these two events at the Canada Sevens. They will go through as the top seed. 49-0 South Africa over Canada. Rob Vickerman, how do you beat this South African team?
Well, you don't let them play like that, that's for sure. You've got to get right amongst them. I thought there was going to be a tough contest for the Canadians. I did not think it would be half a century. In the 9 games they've played so far across these 2 tournaments, just 8 tries conceded against them. It's been a procession of attacking rugby from them, and they're equally as good defending. That's why they're so hard to break down. They have plans, that man curates them to the nth degree. You beat them by disrupting it. You've got to play differently. Tomorrow offers a very different challenge, and let's hope a better contest.
So put them off their game, try something different. That's the message from Rob Vickerman. And here's the final wash-up in Pool A. Look at that points difference for South Africa. Plus 143. 3 games, 3 wins. But both Canada and Hong Kong both go through to the Cup quarterfinals from this pool as well. Pool B ends up like this. Spain, they might have thought they were through after a 40-19 win over Chile early on, but that massive result for Hong Kong, picking up 70 points in their final game, means Spain miss out. The USA top the pool. Kenya go through as well. And finally in Pool C, it is 3 teams from this pool that go through to the quarterfinals as well. Ireland, they top the pool. Germany, who upset GB in pool play, they go through as second seeds from this group. And Great Britain, the bronze medalists from Vancouver, will play knockout rugby in the Cup competition tomorrow also. So here is how the men's Cup quarterfinals will look tomorrow. We'll get started with the USA and Great Britain. That one's worthy of a final. Then it's Ireland up against the host Canada. Then on the other side of the draw, Kenya will play Germany. And it's Hong Kong who have the not easy task of challenging the Blitzboks. DHL Impact player in Edmonton in the men's division, Liam Herbert from Hong Kong leads the way. He's had a great day. Juan Martinez for Spain. Sam Ranger for Germany. They've had an excellent day as a team. Max Denmark has done well for Hong Kong. Joe Morra, he was in and about this competition last week as well. And Muller Duplessis, who has 6 tries already. He makes the DHL impact also. The women's Fast Four has been entertaining the crowd here also in Edmonton. And it's Great Britain who won this competition in Vancouver last week, who again go through as top seeds. They will play Mexico. And then again, it's an all North American affair between the host Canada and the USA. The crowd will no doubt get up for that one. So as the crowd in their fancy dress make their way out of the exits, Rob Vickerman, how have you enjoyed your birthday commentary today here in Edmonton?
No, it's been an absolute blast, Rich. Fantastic to see so much atmosphere and enjoyment. And for a city that perhaps doesn't know rugby all too well, they've absolutely embraced it. South African support has been strong throughout, ably assisted by these wonderful colours in what is potentially one of the most spectacular stadiums I've witnessed. Really hope tomorrow continues to entertain as it's done today. And let's hope the fancy dress remains as ridiculous as it's been today.
And it's always great, isn't it? We've got about 50 seconds left, Vix, for new fans, new destination, the 33rd city to host a World Rugby Sevens event. A lot of these people wouldn't have been to a live Sevens event before. Brilliant to keep spreading the Sevens gospel here.
Yeah, and it's exactly that. It's spreading the word. It's getting people to understand the sport isn't just about what happens on the pitch. It's the whole atmosphere. Entertaining all over the place.
So we will do it all again tomorrow. We'll be on air at 10 to 9 in the morning, local time. That is finals day at the HSBC Edmonton Sevens. This is round 2, of course, of the Canada Sevens. We will be crowning a men's series champion. Thanks for your company today. We look forward to bringing it all again tomorrow. We'll see you then. Goodbye.